Welcome to Healify Hub, where we focus on smart, science-based exercises for healthy joints and active aging. What if I told you that one of the most trusted exercises for staying strong after 50 might actually be doing more harm than good? For decades, we've all heard the same advice. If you want strong legs, you have to do squats. Doctors say it, trainers recommend it, and we accept it as fact. But what if that very advice, meant to keep you independent, is quietly putting your knees at risk? Here's a shocker. Research cited by Harvard Medical School shows nearly 1 in 2 adults over 55 have signs of knee degeneration or chronic pain. And biomechanical studies have found that deep squats can put 5 to 7 times your body weight in pressure through your knee joint. If you weigh 180 pounds, that's over 1,200 pounds of force on your knees every single time you squat deep. Now, this doesn't mean squats are bad for everyone. For younger folks or those with perfect mobility, they can be great. But here's what no one tells you. Your body at 60 or 70 isn't the same body you had at 30. Cartilage thins, joint lubrication decreases, and the small stabilizing muscles around your hips and knees weaken. Yet many of us are still trying to train like nothing has changed. So when your knees hurt during squats or you feel unstable, you might think, I'm just getting old, or I need to push harder. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the problem is one-size-fits-all advice for a body that's anything but? The hidden truth is this. After 50, the biggest threats to your independence aren't a lack of effort. They're a loss of balance, a loss of movement control, and a loss of confidence. In fact, major studies show that falls and mobility loss are driven more by poor balance and weak stabilizing muscles than by a simple lack of strength. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you. The goal after 50 isn't to prove how much you can lift. It's to stay independent, stay confident, and keep doing the things you love without fear. And that's why today I'm going to show you something different. Not harder exercises, but 3 smarter exercises that, for most people over 50, are actually better for your knees than squats and far more useful for real life. Before we dive in, I'd love to know who's joining us. If you feel comfortable, drop your first name and where you're watching from in the comments. This space is about connection, and your journey could inspire someone else. Most people over 50 don't stop exercising because they're lazy. They stop because they're trying to be safe. And that's completely understandable. But the very routines we rely on, like walking more or doing squats, may not be training the parts of our body we need most as we age. Let's take walking. It's great for your heart, but it's predictable. It doesn't challenge your balance, strengthen deep stabilizers, or train your nervous system to react when something unexpected happens, like stepping off a curb. Now let's talk about squats again. They seem like a great movement, but they mainly target big muscles like your quads and glutes. What they miss is eccentric control, the ability to slow down movement and side-to-side strength. As we age, it's these often ignored systems that determine whether we stay steady or take a fall. When we use routines that don't challenge these systems, something dangerous happens. You feel like you're exercising safely, but slowly, silently, you're getting weaker where it matters most. You don't notice it until a fall or a painful injury forces you to stop, but it doesn't have to be that way. The solution isn't to push harder, it's to train smarter. Coming up, I'll show you 3 simple exercises that are easier on your knees than squats, and far more effective at building real-world strength, balance, and control. Let's begin our countdown with exercise number 3, step downs with eccentric control. It's not just about going down. It's about going down in control. Sounds simple, right? But if you've ever felt your knees wobble on stairs or lost your balance stepping off a curb, going down is often harder and more dangerous than going up. That's because descending requires something many people over 50 have never trained: eccentric control, the ability to slow your body down safely. When you step down, your thigh muscles have to lengthen while holding tension. This is essential for protecting your knees from sudden impact and preventing those crash steps that strain joints. The problem is, most traditional exercises like squats don't train this skill. They build strength to push, but not to resist and stabilize. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that older adults who practice controlled step-downs improved joint stability by 47% and reduced their fear of falling by over 35% in just 8 weeks. Did you know that the muscles that prevent falls are the ones most people never train? Most of us focus on moving forward, but life often throws us a curveball, or rather, a sidestep. Think about it. Falls rarely happen when you're walking in a straight line. They happen when you pivot to grab something, sidestep a pet, or your foot slips just a little to the side. In those crucial moments, it's the small stabilizing muscles on the sides of your hips that save you. Specifically, a muscle called the gluteus medius acts like a steering wheel for your pelvis and a shock absorber for your knees. As we age, this muscle weakens not because we're doing anything wrong, but because typical exercises like walking or squats often ignore it. When it gets weak, the knees can twist inward, the ankles wobble, and suddenly you're off balance. Research from the Harvard Health Letter even identified weak lateral hip muscles as a hidden predictor of fall risk. So, how do we train this hidden protector? With a simple movement called the lateral step-up. Find a low, sturdy step, maybe just 4 to 6 inches high. Stand beside it. Now, place the foot closest to the step firmly on top. Press through that foot to lift your body up, bringing your other foot to meet it. Then, slowly and with control, step back down. The key here isn't speed, it's control. Do about 10 to 12 reps on one side, then switch. If you need support, just place a chair nearby. This one simple move trains your body to be strong and stable from the side, protecting you when you least expect it. Next, let's talk about the real test of independence. Getting up from a chair. You might think that that's just everyday life, not exercise. But have you ever hesitated before standing up? Felt your knees ache, or noticed it takes a little more effort? This single movement is one of the clearest indicators of how well we're aging. If you can rise confidently, you can live confidently. The sit-to-stand trains the exact muscles you need every single day, your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and core. It combines strength, balance, and coordination all at once. A study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that the sit-to-stand test was the most accurate predictor of fall risk and loss of independence. But here's the good news. Participants who practiced this movement daily saw 30 to 40% improvement in leg strength and confidence in just 6 weeks, with no equipment needed. When we stop practicing this, independence slowly slips away. You start using your hands to push up, then you avoid low couches, and eventually, you might need help. The danger isn't being weak. It's not knowing you need to train this skill. Here's how to start. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Lean slightly forward, press through your heels, and rise slowly. Pause at the top, then lower yourself back down with complete control. Aim for 8 to 10 reps. If it's too hard, add a cushion to raise the seat. If it's too easy, try not using your hands at all. Every time you stand up on your own, you're telling yourself, I'm still in charge. Finally, let's strengthen our knees and protect our cartilage with one powerful joint-smart exercise, the negative or eccentric step down. A review in the Age and Aging Journal showed that this type of training helps protect cartilage by reducing the shock absorption load on the knee. It's the kind of strength that keeps you moving without pain. If we ignore this, each unstable step chips away at our confidence. We start avoiding stairs or uneven ground, and our nervous system becomes less responsive. A simple misstep can become a serious fall. The truth is, your body isn't just getting older. It's becoming untrained in a crucial skill. Here's how to retrain it. Stand with both feet on a low, sturdy step, like the bottom stair of your staircase. Keeping one foot on the step, slowly lower your other foot down to the floor. The key is to control the descent. Don't just drop. Once your heel gently touches down, press through the foot on the step to return to the start. Repeat this 10 to 12 times per leg. Keep it slow and mindful. The goal is smooth, quiet control, not speed. Use a chair for support if you need it. This simple movement is quietly training your brain and muscles to react with strength, protecting your freedom and preventing injuries. By adding these 3 simple, powerful movements into your daily routine, you're not just exercising. You're investing in your independence, your confidence, and your ability to live life to the fullest. Did you know that one simple exercise can reduce knee pain during stair use by 36%? This isn't just an accessory workout, this is foundational strength. Let's talk about the silent danger of ignoring lateral training. You step sideways and your knee buckles. You turn too fast and lose control. You're walking on uneven ground and suddenly trip without warning. Over time, you start to avoid movement altogether, and even more weakness sets in. All because one small, quiet muscle wasn't activated. And the worst part? Traditional, safe exercise routines almost never mention it. Here's how to train smarter. Find a low, sturdy step, about 4 to 6 inches high. Stand sideways with one foot near the edge of the step. Now step up sideways, pressing through the heel of that leading foot. Bring your other foot up to meet it. Pause at the top to find your balance. Then, step down slowly in the reverse order. Try to repeat this 10 to 12 times for each leg, doing 2 or 3 sets per day. Remember to keep your chest lifted, your eyes looking forward, and move with control, not momentum. Is this too difficult? No problem. Start with simple side leg raises while holding onto a chair for support. Is it too easy? Try holding a light weight or slowing down the movement even more. Moving from side to side might feel a little unfamiliar at first, but that's exactly the point. It wakes up the systems we've ignored for so long. And the more you train it, the more grounded, steady, and responsive your body will become in every direction. Let's take a breath together. You've just learned a simple movement that most people overlook, but one that could quietly reshape how you walk, how you stand, and how confidently you live. It may not be flashy and it may not look like a traditional workout, but make no mistake, this movement builds something far more powerful than just muscle. It builds trust in your own body again. We've trained for strength. Now let's train for control. We've tried to move more. Now let's move smarter. Each step up and down teaches your knees to absorb impact gently. Each lateral step sharpens your stability for the real world, where movement isn't just forward, but in all directions. This isn't just an exercise. It's a quiet vote for your future self, the one who still wants to travel, play in the garden, climb stairs, and live fully on your own terms. And here's the truth. Control isn't lost with age. Strength doesn't just disappear overnight. Confidence isn't gone. It's just waiting to be invited back. Before you begin, please remember that everything in this video is for educational purposes only. These exercises are grounded in science, but they're not a substitute for medical advice. If you have any health conditions, joint pain, or recent surgeries, please talk with your doctor or physical therapist before starting. That's not fear, that's wisdom. Your health deserves both knowledge and guidance. So now take one small step not toward perfection, but toward presence. Toward listening to your body with patience, not pressure. Start where you are. Use what you have. And trust that even 10 minutes a day can lead to strength that feels like freedom. Your future self will thank you. If any part of today's message spoke to you, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below your story, your age, or where you're watching from. Your words might be the encouragement someone else needs to begin their own journey. This video was created by Healify Hub, where our mission is simple: to help you move better, feel stronger, and live independently at any age. If today's video helped you, consider subscribing to Healify Hub for more senior-friendly, evidence-based wellness content. Thanks for watching.